今天是2019年9月29号，我们看到来自全球20多个国际组织共同到中共驻美大使馆前面进行抗议，反对赤纳粹，为香港人民争取自由。
Hello. Okay, where is Hong Kong? Okay, OK. 对的，我会一会儿叫到香港的时候，他要举手，因为我要点很多人的名字。对，我们可以开始了吧？可以了是吧？啊。Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, dear brothers and sisters, thank you for coming on this hot Sunday afternoon. It's really hot. Since the launch of the anti-extradition legislation protest in Hong Kong in early June, the people of Hong Kong have waged nearly 4-month extraordinary struggle for freedom, democracy, and the rule of law. Their courage, their endurance, their unity, their creativity, and their spirit have earned the world's admiration. Today, we are joining a few dozens of world cities in rallying for Hong Kong. The struggle in Hong Kong is ongoing. So is it everywhere else. The Hong Kong protests have created Chinazi, a wordplay of hashtag of China and Nazism. They have also displayed a flag, which they designed by arranging the stars on the CCP national flag to form a Nazi swastika. I show this flag to you. They name it the Nazi flag. In Chinese, it's a red Nazi flag, symbolizing the fact that this totalitarian state under CCP, especially under Xi Jinping, has become the Nazism of the 21st century, the fascism with Chinese characteristics. In 2 days, on October 1st, the CCP will stage an unprecedented grand military parade to celebrate the 70th anniversary of the party state and to show its military muscle to the world. We, the people who have suffered under the yoke of the Chinese Communist Empire, who have been bullied and threatened by its despotic power, and who have been suffered at the hands of regimes backed by CCP, and who try to support and give voices to the oppressed people, have come here today in front of the CCP embassy to form a human chain against the Chinazi and the condemnation of the CCP's 70 years rule in China. Today we're here to call for the end of communism and fascism with Chinese characteristics. Today here we call for free Hong Kong. We have Hong Kong people here. Free Hong Kong. Free Hong Kong. And we come here call for free Tibet.
Free Tibet!
The Tibetans here. They are here to call home. Yeah, we call for free Eastern Turkestan. We Uyghurs, brothers and sisters here. We call for free Southern Mongolia. Is any Mongolia here? Thank you for coming. We also call free Cuba. Is there Cuban brothers and sisters here? And Vietnam. North Korea. And indeed, we call for free China.
Free China!
Let's roll for freedom now. Now we have a very famous human rights activist, world-renowned human rights freedom fighter, Chen Guangcheng, with us. Now I'm inviting him to give us a few words. Chen Guangcheng, here.
好，大家好，非常。今天咱们大家齐聚在这里，我想这是影印世界潮流的逆转，把中共送进历史的灰烬。所以我们今天呢，各界各方面各族的朋友们，咱们要携起手来，不能让中共这个邪恶专制政权继续祸害中国人民。中共不等于中国，中共是窃国贼，让我们一起努力。谢谢。
Thank you, Guangcheng. Now we have a representative from Hong Kong. Hong Kong, free Hong Kong.
Free Hong Kong!
Isaac.
香港人，香港人，
加油！
五大訴求，光復香港。
時代革命！
多謝大家今日嚟到呢一個活動。今日我作為一個香港人，見到咁多其他地方嘅人都受到中國共產黨嘅壓迫，呢一樣真係令到我係我第一次見到咁多人企出嚟。我亦都希望喺度呼籲咁多位繼續支持香港，對抗中國共產黨呢個政權。非常希望有一日就係香港會成為中國共產黨嘅第一場敗仗，然之後將自由慢慢擴散去其他俾中國共產黨正在壓迫嘅地方。希望大家加油，香港人加油！加油！
Now I'm inviting Omar Kadan. Ilshad here. Ilshad is president of the Uyghur American Association.
Thank you, Yang Jianli, organizing for this demonstration. We all come together today. This bloody government celebrating their so-called glorious 70 years anniversary. Actually, they are a blood terrorist government. They killed millions and millions Uyghurs, Tibetans, Chinese, and now they are incarcerating, cracking down on Hong Kongers. If we are not fight, they will kill all of us. In East Turkestan, they are campaigning for genocide. They incarcerated 2 million, more than 2 million Uyghurs, Kazakhs, Kyrgyz, Hui, and other religion believers. This bloody government, we shouldn't limit its history only to the 70 years. When it was created in 1921, they started this bloody crackdown on their own people who have their own mind, own culture. They are persuading for freedom, democracy. We need to come together. Only when we are come together, we can show our people's power. The Hong Kongers is already showing this resilience, their people's power. 加油，香港！
加油，香港！
打倒中国共产党！
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 为维吾人护自由！
为维吾人护自由！
东突厥斯坦独立万岁！
东突厥斯坦独立万岁！
提巴人独立万岁！
提巴人独立万岁！
香港人自由万岁！
香港人自由万岁！
台湾独立万岁！
台湾独立万岁！
打倒中国共产党！
打倒中国共产党！
谢谢。
Now let me invite Buchung Tsarin. He is the Vice President of the International Campaign for Tibet. Buchung, where are you?
I stand here to bring solidarity of the Tibetan people to all people who are opposing the Chinese Communist government's subjugation and misrule over a community. For us Tibetans or the Uyghurs or the Mongols or even for the Chinese Democrats and all those others who have been occupied by China, it's 70 years of destruction of a culture, destruction of an identity, destruction of a way of life, destruction of a religion. And therefore, for us, there is nothing to celebrate for these past 70 years. If at all China or the People's Republic of China truly cares about such communities, cares about the world at large, they should give freedom to the Tibetan people. They should give freedom to the Uyghur people. They should give freedom to the Mongols. They should give freedom to China as a whole. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Buchung. Now I want to invite Mr. Zhao Xin. He is one of the key organizers of the Chinese overseas to support Hong Kong. He flew all the way from San Francisco to come here to join us. Now we invite Mr. Zhao Xin.
Thank you. 谢谢杨建立博士。我今天只想讲3点。第一点，香港正在进行残酷的迫害和镇压。虽然没有坦克，没有机关枪，但是甚至比89年6四的时候更加阴险、更加狡诈、更加残酷、更加卑鄙无耻的镇压已经在进行了。我呼吁全世界所有有良心的、关心自由、人权、法治的人们，都团结起来，号召每个国家都开始全面的制裁中共。还香港自由！
还香港自由！
第二点，我想对我们针对的中共大使馆的人说2句话。大使馆的同胞们，你们真的希望中国又回到百朝鲜吗？你们真的希望习近平暴击随时随地可以把你们拉出去枪击、炮击吗？请柬吗？我们中国人民已经受够了，我们再也不能忍受中共的迫害，再也不能忍受中共的剥削。中共这样一个体制，充分的证明了，它没有一个制衡机制，没有刹车机制。你们选择一个暴击，选择一个习近平，就彻底的推向了帝制、封建帝制，推向了北朝鲜，推向了一党独尊、一人独裁。所以呼吁中共体制内的人，不管大使馆的、外交部的、军队、警察，都能够站起来。中国人民需要天尔将军，推翻独裁者习近平，打倒习近平，
打倒习近平，
推翻共产党，
推翻共产党，
还中国人民自由，
还中国人民自由。
第3点，我们面对的是人类历史上最为庞大、最为强大的一个集权独裁暴政。 中国共产党。我们西藏朋友被迫害了那么几十年，他们单独也很难面对这个独裁暴击。香港也一样，也很难独自面对这个最大的极权暴政。我们新疆朋友也一样，我们基督徒，我们前南城，我们法轮功，还有我们的访民们，我们每一个单独的群体，相对这个极权暴政都很弱小。怎么办？我们只有团结一切，反对习近平的力量，团结一切，反对中国共产党的力量，团结起来，我们先把这个独裁暴君推翻，先把中共推翻，我们每个人，我们每个族群才会得到真正的自由。为自由而战，
为自由而战，
为自己的人民而战，
为自己的人民而战，
保卫香港。
保卫香港！
香港是我们抗争的最前沿，所以我希望全世界各族的人民，不管台湾人、台湾朋友来了，香港人还是西藏人、新疆人，我们汉人还是法轮功、基督徒，前南城，我们所有人团结起来，将来我们同步的协同行动，一起想方设法推翻中共，这样我们才能够真正的有希望、有未来。谢谢大家。
Thank you, Mr. Zhao Xin. Now I want to invite a representative from the Southern Mongolia. Is Mr. Ertanti here? Not here. Dulan, do you want to say a few words? Oh, do you want to say? Who is? Yeah. Dulan is a Mongolian human rights activist.
感谢杨建军先生今天对我的邀请。我是来自内蒙古。我们今天是中共成立的70周年，但是我们蒙古族还有新疆、西藏这些少数民族，在中共的压迫下，我们真的是无法生存下去。现在我们的草原、我们的文化，还有我们的家乡，都已经破坏的什么都没有了。这种情况下，我们起来反抗，他们是反抗一个抓一个是这种的情况。所以今天我们迫不得已站在这里反抗中共的暴政。也同时今天，香港的同胞们，香港加油！西藏、新疆的同胞们，大家一起加油！谢谢大家。
Thank you, Dulan. We have Danzan Rakjam. He is a Tibetan human rights activist. Member of Student for Free Tibet.
Hello, my name is Tenzin Rabjam. I'm the Washington, D.C. chapter president of Students for Free Tibet. I just wanted to start off by quickly stating some facts that many of you guys know. Since 1949, over 1.2 million Tibetans out of the total population of 6 million have been killed by the Chinese government. Over 6,000 Tibetan monasteries have been destroyed, and thousands of Tibetans have been illegally imprisoned due to political reasons. Over 1.5 million individuals in East Turkestan have or are being currently interned in many of the detentions, internment, and re-education facilities that the Chinese government sponsors, all due to them being practicing Muslims. Just this summer, the Communist Party illegally interfered with the autonomy of Hong Kong by supporting an extradition bill that seeks to further push their influence over the people of Hong Kong. As we continue to see China's attempt to systematically kill Tibetans and others that disagree with the Communist Party, conduct cultural genocide of multiple minority groups, establish concentration camps dedicated to installing a homogenous society and killing any opportunity for a democratic movement within the country. We are pointed towards the reality that the Chinese Communist Party mirrors exactly the Nazi regime that once shook the foundation of the world. Being a Tibetan youth, I have seen firsthand the oppression and suffering that the China Nazi has caused. come from a very proud Tibetan family, and I'm very lucky to say that I have had family members that have followed their convictions and stood against China Nazi during and after the illegal invasion of Tibet. Sadly, many have passed away or were in prison for their attempts. However, the bravery and incomparable dedication that they showed in their endeavors will forever go down in history. I will make sure that they are etched into history. That is why I'm here today, to follow the path that they have paved, to help my brothers and sisters in Hong Kong fight for the freedom that we all deserve. It's going to be a difficult trial, but even now, more than 2 million Hong Kongers have joined together to stand up against the evil that is China Nazi. This is a monumental day because we are on a cusp of another revolution. All of us that have gathered today know that justice is long overdue for the victims of the heinous atrocities that have been committed by China Nazi. That is why we are dedicated to standing behind the people of Hong Kong in their fight for a brighter future, one in which they do not have to fear the oppression of the China Nazi Party. Students for a Free Tibet stands behind the fight for Hong Kong. Tibetans stand behind democracy. Thank you.
Thank you, Jensen. Down with Chinazi! Now I'm inviting Mr. Hong Thung-Pan. He is President of the Executive Committee of the Federation of Vietnamese American Communities of the U.S.
Thank you, Dr. Yang. Ni hao ma.
Ni hao.
Good afternoon, everyone. So my name is Hung Phang. I'm the president of Vietnamese Federation of Vietnamese American Communities of the USA. I would like to share with you something about some similarity between Vietnam and Hong Kong right now. The time frame is similar between the two countries. Controversial extradition bill happened to Hong Kong in June, while China has sent a ship to Vietnam in early July this year, including the Haiyang DG, a geological survey ship which has entered Vietnam waters around Spratly Islands, particularly in the Vanguard Bank, the sea zone prescribed by the 1982 United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, and had conducted illegal activities. Also, Chinese government have militarized the South China Sea. Dear Joshua Wong and Chow, Andy Chang, and all Hong Kong young generation, you have deeply inspired our Vietnamese counterparts. Activists in Vietnam are closely watching the crowds filling the streets of Hong Kong. The Hong Kong dissenters are demonstrating anger with the mainline Chinese government about extradition bill, which was withdrawn by Carrie Lam, and still seek the approval of Chinese President Xi Jinping. As our former Vietnamese president's very famous quote, Mr. Nguyen Van Thieu said, "Don't listen to what the communists say, but look at what they do." We would like to change something to fit with the present circumstances. Don't listen to what China communists say, but look at what they did to their people at Tiananmen Square in 1989, 30 years ago, and how they have done to Tibetans for 70 years, and Hong Kong people recently. In nearby Vietnam, feeling against China is also strong. That is especially true because Vietnamese and Chinese competing claims of maritime rights in the South China Sea. But for this usually quickly ended protest in Vietnam. Now, China's People's Liberation Army Ragazon has been waiting at the border to be ready and eager to destroy Hong Kong's strong spirit, not only with tear gas and water cannons, but also with massive attacks of lethal weapons. China called the protest in Hong Kong illegal. The Vietnamese government also called the demonstration in Hanoi and Saigon illegal. But the two people are in line with their country constitution. There are a lot of similarity between the two nations, which are both threatened and oppressed by giant China Sea. However, today we show the international community our solidarity to go against China Sea's expansion and dictatorship. As a matter of fact, the Federation of Vietnamese American Communities of the USA has scheduled a demonstration which condemns the action of Chinese government illegally enter Vietnam and South Asia territory water. At the assembly here next Saturday on the 5th of October from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. You are all cordially invited to join us to speak up against the Chinese aggression, which is illegal and unacceptable. 3 days, Hong Kong will be tomorrow, Vietnam, or vice versa. United, we can do it. Thank you all, my fellow allies. Thank you very much. Freedom for Hong Kong!
Freedom for Hong Kong!
Freedom for Vietnam!
Freedom for Vietnam!
Freedom for Tibet!
Freedom for Tibet!
Freedom for Turkish!
Freedom!
Uzbekistan. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Pan. Is Jun Lee here? Jun Lee? I'm inviting Miss Lee. She is a former participant of Taiwan Sunflower Movement.
Hi everyone, I'm from Taiwan and I'm a former Sunflower Movement activist. For those who don't know what Sunflower Movement is, this was a movement 5 years ago in Taiwan when we occupied our legislative building protesting against a cross-strait service agreement between China and Taiwan against China's long arm into affecting Taiwan's domestic politics. I remember 5 years ago, I was watching the live stream of the Umbrella Movement with my fellow activists. We were very surprised. We were crying that the police was treating the students so badly. Little did we know that 5 years later, I will be watching a live stream of police sniping students with rubber bullets. And before the 17th anniversary of CCP's regime, we see that human rights lawyers Wang Quanzhang's son was deprived of rights to education just because of the authority keeps harassing them. We can see that Chinese activists on disability rights, Chang Sha-san, was still detained and family being harassed constantly and put under residential surveillance. We can see that Taiwanese activist Li Mingzhe is still detained in China just because he traveled to Shenzhen and he couldn't return Taiwan for his own father's funeral just because of the authority. And we can see that Chinese activist Wang Meiyu was tortured to death in the prison just because of his criticism against Xi Jinping. And another Taiwanese activist, a Taiwanese municipal official, Li Mengzhi, is now still currently detained in China. Yesterday, 100,000 of Taiwanese stepped out to the street supporting our Hong Kong friends. That's how big of an inspiration you are to us. I just want to let our Hong Kong friends know that. And CCP is creating fear among us with all those forced disappearance, torture, oppression against freedom, and human rights. But if we stand in solidarity, that's how they will fear us. So thank you for all the Tibetan friends, Uyghur friends, Hong Kong friends, Southern Mongolian friends, and others who are here today. We should stand in solidarity to keep the freedom and democracy in the region. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, June. Now I'm inviting Zubera. She is the director of Uyghur Human Rights Project.
Good afternoon, everyone. Just a little correction, I'm not the director for the Uyghur Human Rights Project. I'm just a researcher and a Uyghur. I am really glad to be here today, especially seeing so many people together fight against the Chinese government's tyranny. As a human rights organization personnel, I just would like to go back to a few bloody things that happened to Chinese government, 70 years of shameful history. One is in 1989, June 4th, Tiananmen massacre, when many Chinese students protested in Tiananmen Square with the hope of improving millions of Chinese lives as well as bringing a democracy to Chinese society. Chinese government crushed the vision of the Chinese students with the tanks and artillery. At that time, we didn't unite it as this is today, and world stood mute. That's why the Chinese government kind of got approval, and that's how Chinese government understood, and Chinese government started to further crack down. And then further, when it's 990, there was burn incident happened in Kashgar in East Turkestan. Again, hundreds of people killed. Again, world stood mute. Because of that, Chinese government moved on to do even more. There is uprisings happening in Tibet. Hundreds of Tibetan monks self-immolated. Again, world stood quiet. Chinese government again continue to commit the crime against humanity. What Chinese government did, the person who is responsible, the atrocity that happened in Tibet, they have promoted. And they have promoted Chen Quanguo to be leader in East Turkestan. So then, in 1997, February, Gulja massacre happened. Hundreds of people killed, and many thousand disappeared. Again, we didn't unite it strong enough, and the Chinese crackdown gone even further. And it came to 2009, July 5. Hundreds of vigorous students did peaceful protests. Again, that peaceful protest met with Chinese government's brutal suppression and killing. Again, hundreds of thousands of people disappeared and killed. You know what happened? And again, we didn't stay strong and stay united, didn't do well. And that's why the Chinese government end up now detaining by millions in the Chinese concentration camps. This is what's happening to Uyghurs and in East Turkestan. So I'm so glad that today we are here, united as a one, and standing together. If we don't stand strong and stay united, Chinese government going to do even more and even worse. Because you know what? When the people, the countries around China, like Kazakhstan and all Central Asian countries, Pakistan and all other countries, Thailand, started to deport Uyghur asylum seekers, Uyghur refugees. Again, we didn't stand strong enough. That's why the Chinese government tried to implement or enforce extradition bill so they can deport anyone from Hong Kong and punish anyone who stay against the Chinese regime. So that means, in conclusion, we always have to be very vigilant and never give in what Chinese government is doing to anyone. We should be united always, not only just as a human chain, united by heart, united by action. Not just to deliver on the concern and the statement. We should do united, unified action. Thank you.
Thank you, Uga. Now I'm inviting Shirley. Shirley is Director of Association Against Religious Persecution.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Shirley from the Association Against Religious Persecution. But protesting against China's 70 years rule and solidarity with Hong Kong are boundary duties of all those who defend freedom and democracy. It's of great significance to participate in today's event. During the 7 decades of the CCP's tyranny, it has caused unnatural deaths of at least 100 to 200 million Chinese people. Since it took power, the CCP has been persecuting religious beliefs. In recent, only the Church of Almighty God has suffered over 1 million arrests. In recent years, the CCP has interned millions of Xinjiang Muslims in concentration camps. and has intensified its crackdown on human rights activists and dissidents. Ever since the handover of Hong Kong, the CCP has been infiltrating and interfering at every level of its society and government, trying to transform it into a dictatorship in a planned and systematic way. For over 3 months long, the people of Hong Kong have struggled as one. They have bravely, tenaciously stood up against the CCP's tyrannical rule. Their indomitable spirit has inspired people across the whole globe. For many years now, Hong Kong has made very special contributions for the sake of safeguarding China's pro-democracy forces. It's a channel for directing the Chinese people toward freedom and democracy, as well as a very last battle for this purpose. If Hong Kong completely falls into the hands of the CCP, Taiwan will be the next one. Hong Kong people have already seen very clearly that the critical juncture that will determine the survival of Hong Kong is right now. They are fighting for freedom, they are fighting for democracy. What they are defending is not only the freedom of their own freedom as people of Hong Kong, but also the freedom of the people of the mainland China, the freedom of all the people in the world. Freedom and democracy have long been the dominant trend in this world. But why is the path to achieving these things in China so difficult? Why is that generations of Chinese people over the last 70 years have never achieved true democracy? In spite of shedding their blood for it, giving their lives for it. Why is it that Hong Kong was handed back to China just 22 years ago, but the people of Hong Kong are now sacrificing their life for the most basic human rights? The facts show us that wherever the CCP is, there we can find fear, evil, violence, and war. Where the CCP is, freedom and democracy will be nothing but a pipe dream. The CCP is the root of the darkness and evil in this world. It's an executioner abusing human rights and freedom. If true democracy and freedom are to be achieved in China, then the dictatorship of the CCP must be fully eradicated. We call on each and every person with conscience in this world to stand with Hong Kong and fight against the dictatorship of the CCP. Thank you.
Thank you, Shirley. Is Kyle here? Kyle is director of Uyghur Awakening.
Hello. My name is Kyle, and I am the Director of Operations for the East Turkestan National Awakening Movement. We are pressing for independence for the region that Uyghurs call East Turkestan, and which the Communist Party calls Xinjiang. I want to thank Citizen Power for spearheading this event, and thank the people of Hong Kong for standing up to China's brutal regime. I am not a Uyghur, I am not Chinese, I am an American, and I'm here because I believe that the 1.4 billion people suffering under this brutal regime deserve the same rights and freedoms that I have. I am here because I believe that East Turkestan, Tibet, Hong Kong, South Mongolia, Manchuria, and so many other places deserve to be free from this brutal regime. I am here because I believe that our friends in Taiwan and Kazakhstan and Vietnam and Japan and South Korea and India and so many other places deserve to be free from the threat of this brutal regime.
显得特别的那个联系。
习近平This is the Nazi side. Xi Jinping, last name same as Hitler.
Oh, this is
Hitler.
For the president Xi Jinping and also the communist.
那你说现在是我给你
And to capitalists, and to so many others. This regime will someday fall. It will fall under the weight of its own oppression. Maybe sooner than we think. And they will have to answer for what they have done. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Carl. Now I'm inviting John Schwarren, my dear friend. John is one of the key leaders of the human rights movement. Now, John.
Thank you very much. My name is John Suarez. I'm Executive Director of the Center for Free Cuba. I'm here today to show our solidarity with the Chinese people, with the people of Taiwan, with the people of Hong Kong, Turkestan. And we are here to say that we want freedom for these people. We are observing the repression that is taking place. We have denounced it at international institutions, and we will continue to do so. We are present here to say enough. Enough repression, enough terror, enough killing. 30 years ago, Tiananmen Square was a crime that the international community did not denounce sufficiently. That's why we're having to return here again today in Hong Kong. Working in Latin America, we've seen over the last 30 years the negative presence of mainland China in Latin America, in Venezuela, in Cuba, in Nicaragua, and other places. So that is why we say, free China, free Taiwan, free Tibet, free East Turkestan, free Cuba, free Venezuela, free Nicaragua. We must struggle together in a coalition that is a coalition based in solidarity, the solidarity of the shaken. We have all suffered under communist regimes. Many of us are continuing to suffer under communist regimes. We must work together, we must band together, otherwise the future is grim. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Now I'm inviting Mr. Bobby Lee. Mr. Lee is president of Vietnamese American Community, Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia.
Thank you, sir. My name is Bobby Lee, and I represent the Vietnamese community for Virginia, D.C., Maryland. It's an honor for me to be here with all of you to have a voice to speak against the communist regime of China. But we're all here to support the Hong Kong people, the Chinese people, the Vietnamese people that are oppressed by communism. And I see here not just different groups, communities, but different nations. Now, if Hong Kong can have 1 million people protest, we here in the United States can do the same. For all of you that are listening, it is our duty, because we have the freedom that we have here in the United States, we should always stand together to fight any communism, any oppression anywhere in the world. So I challenge all of you to come together, all Americans, to come together to support, to get rid of all the communist regimes around the world. Because if Hong Kong can protest with over 1 million people Do you guys think we can get everybody together?
Yes.
Yes. So everyone watching this, whether it's on Facebook or any news, please, we all need to come together as human and as Americans. We need to protect that freedom of democracy. So if Hong Kong can do it, we can do it. So please all stand together to fight against communism. Thank you. Next Saturday, October 5th, we will have another demonstration here at 11 o'clock. And the Vietnamese community asks that you all stand together with us next Sunday, this coming Saturday at 11 o'clock here at 11 o'clock to protest against the communism of China and also of Vietnam. So I ask that you all join us, and all of you listening, please come together. The more of these rallies that we have, the more people will join, and we can have over 1 million people. And when that happens, maybe then the international community will raise their voice to get rid of all the communism. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lee. I'm inviting Yuan Dong. Yuan Dong is a Chinese human rights activist. He is a former prisoner of conscience, a member of New Citizen Movement.
轮到我了，好嘞，总算轮到我了。
各位朋友，大家好啊！今儿来的人真多呀，这很多面孔，咱是绝大部分都不认识，认识的只是个别的。我姓袁，我叫袁东啊，来自沦陷区，河南省。因为13年反共产党、反习近平给抓起来。今天这个场合可以自由发言吧？啊，杨博士。
3分钟，因为我们还有其他。
OK。就是我可以自由去表达一下我的观点啊。因为刚才我之前很多人表达他的观点，我也听见了。我也想表达我的政治观点，就是我在反中共的过程之中，在结束共产主义的过程之中，在建设自由民主中国的过程之中和之后，我是不主张国家分裂的，我是非常明确的，我跟很多朋友都说过啊，这一点，这是其一。其二，我们的敌人，我们的障碍，我们的拦路虎不是别的，就是共产党，就是共产主义浇灌之下而成立的这一个邪恶的那个红色流氓集团，他是我们所有人的共同的敌人。如果把这个敌人彻底给他消灭掉，我们建设一个民主自由的社会，一个民主自由的制度，难道是一个问题吗？我相信不是问题，因为这个民主自由制度在我们中国100多年以来已经有很多的，不管是成功的或者失败的经验很多了，我们已经积累了很多了。只要是共产主义彻底的垮台，彻底的驱除共产主义，这都不是问题。这是其一。这是其二。就是说我们在未来反共的过程之中，我最倾向于有实际的可操作的过程。比如说，我们能不能有10几个人像王春燕一样，天天都到共产党门口来反共产党，就是共产党大使馆门口反共产党，能不能做得到？我可以做1天1夜，我可以做1天。如果再有7、6个人1天1夜，我们可以天天来，天天反共。这是一个非常具体操作方法。第三个，今天香港同胞在香港已经反共100多天了，我们能不能，我们海外的人或者海内的人结合起来，我们能不能把香港同胞反共的这个烈火燃烧到大陆？我们有没有这个办法？如果有这个办法，我们赶紧做，赶紧操作。我讲的就这3点，3分钟没说完。
谢谢。长青。想说几句话吗？Now, Mr. Zhao Changjing is a former prisoner of conscience multiple times. He flew all the way from San Francisco to join us today.
今天第一次参加呀，这个中国 驻美国大使馆前边的这个活动。那么呢，我想我们大家呢围到这里，主要目的就是一个抗议中国共产党70年来对中国人民、对中华民族、对各族同胞所犯下的滔天罪行。从毛泽东到江泽民到胡锦涛，那么呢，他们的作恶一以贯之，到现在的习近平时代，把中国的民主、法治、人权严重倒退几十年。我们对此表示严重的抗议。我们警告中国共产党，警告习近平，要认清人类的浩浩荡荡的这个民主潮流，不要在错误的犯罪的道路上一意孤行。希望你们能够这个终止对中国各族人民、对西藏、对新疆、对香港同胞的已经进行的和正在进行的各种犯罪。我们56个民族现在只有一个敌人，这个敌人就是习近平，他也是全人类的公敌。所以我想我们应该把这个目标对准这一个独裁者，对准这个新型的一个追求终身独裁的这样一个犯罪分子。我想呢，这个我们大家呢，是在中共建政70周年到来的时候，我们清晰的向他们传递这样一个信息：我们追求的是民主、自由、人权、法治，我们捍卫的是香港的人权，我们追求的是中国的民主化、现代化。谢谢大家。
Thank you, Mr. Zhang. Now I'm inviting Ms. Xiang Li. She is a Chinese human rights defender. She also from San Francisco.
谢谢大家，我和10多位朋友从 San Francisco 来到华盛顿来支持香港人民。我是来自中国大陆的一位人权捍卫者。因为之前香港屡次支持中国的人权捍卫事业，包括黄雀行动，他们救助89一代，包括这个汶川地震，他们也进行很多捐款来支持中国的这个人权的救助。所以这一次面对一个香港很严重的人权灾难，我们也要声援香港人民，来捍卫香港人权，捍卫香港人权，
捍卫香港人权。
所以我们站在这里向大家表示，香港人民不孤单。每一个中国人都是香港人，此时我们都应该站出来，都应该支持香港。Freedom is Hong Kong.
Freedom Hong Kong.
Freedom from Hong Kong.
Freedom from Hong Kong.
自由中国。
自由中国。
自由香港。
自由香港。
光复香港。
光复香港。
时代革命。
时代革命。
谢谢杨博士。
Thank you, Ms. Xiang Li. Anyone who wants to say a few words here?
Thank you. I'm very glad to announce that tomorrow, also here in French of the CCP tyranny, we, the people of the Wei Jingsheng Foundation and the Chinese Democratic Party, we also held a huge protest event. If you like, you can join us. You're welcome to join us. And we unite together.
Tomorrow, there's going to be a rally here. So we welcome everyone to join tomorrow's rally here in the morning. Please come. It's another rally protesting the CCP's rule in China.
Okay, here's also
Okay.
a young man from America.
Yeah, we have a young American who wants to say a few words.
There was a time when America would stand for freedom everywhere.
Yes.
It really saddens me that that time has passed. During the Cold War, the United States would fight against communism, would fight for human rights wherever they happened, not just in the United States, but everywhere in the world. When the Soviet Union fell, communism didn't. It only seems like America's given up fighting for freedom, fighting for democracy. We see now in China that there are concentration camps with millions of people. We see that there are police brutality and terrorist attacks in Hong Kong. We see that they're calling the people of Hong Kong cockroaches. These are all signs preluding to genocide, as we've seen over and over again in Rwanda and all over the world. And the people who we often forget are also victims of the Chinese regime, or the billion of people that live in China. The censorship means that no one in China knows what is going on. We have to end this. We have to stop the regime of China. And yet, the United States is content to put off the Hong Kong Human Rights and Democracy Act for 3 months. We still sell weapons that are being used against the people of Hong Kong. We still continue to work for China and refuse to acknowledge the independence of Taiwan. All for the money we have given China and the money they give us. It's time the United States stopped caring about money so much and starts caring for humanity. Thank you.
Thank you. We have another freedom fighter from Vietnam want to say a few words. Mr.
Alexander.
It is so good to see you all here today. I am very happy to see us fighting for the same causes. We are from the Central Virginia. We just heard about this demonstration today, and we came up this morning. We stand with the people of Hong Kong, people of Tibet, people of East Turkestan, people of Taiwan, and every country that is affected by China's aggression. We stand with you. Vietnam is in the same situation. The Chinese communists are invading our land, invading our waters. We cannot accept that. It is unacceptable. We cannot allow them to be so aggressive. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Excuse me.
Thank you again, everyone. Thank you for coming on this hot Sunday
This is a
afternoon.
army of Vietnam.
But we all feel the
Republic
spirit.
of Vietnam. This is
We are.
1975.
And I'm glad we come together in solidarity. Again, we come here to form a human chain to support Hong Kong, to do everything possible against this regime, China. And we condemn its 70 years rule in China. And here we call for a free Hong Kong, a free Eastern Turkestan, for a free Tibet, for a free Cuba, for free Vietnam, for